Hello and welcome to Forever Sport. And what a weekend it was of EPCR rugby. And some very good games, both the Champions Cup and the Challenge Cup. 4 out of 5 South African sides still in the running to make the playoffs. But arguably South Africa's best side last season, well, they are out. And that is the Bulls. An absolute disaster at the moment, with the side of Pretoria crashing out of the EPCR after not getting the result they needed over the weekend. And Jake White under a serious amount of pressure to start turning things around at a franchise which has done a lot of signing in the recent times, and it's got a squad that should be making the next rounds of the Champions Cup, as well as a coach who's been in the Champions Cup and has gone all the way, and World Cup winning coach and the whole works. But he's under a lot of pressure now to start delivering some results because they haven't seen silverware in a number of seasons. And I think Bulls fans are getting quite restless in terms of a very empty trophy cabinet. Also, maybe not the worst result actually for the Sharks after Toulouse sent an incredibly strong side down to South Africa and went at their best, to be perfectly honest, and maybe also showed the difficulties of traveling, that it doesn't matter what the team is on paper, it's what you see on the day that really counts. Before we get into some of the results and look at sort of the tables, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Let me know what you thought about the weekend down in the comments. Let's have a look, shall we? So this was the Champions Cup, and very, very interesting weekend. So if we look over here, where we at? Here we go. So Stormers versus Sale. This is a very interesting game. I was actually doing the watch log, and Sale started really, really well, all over the Stormers, but for 2 incredible counter-attack tries, putting the Stormers ahead. And they then just built in that in the second half, completely blowing away Sale. Safe to say the Stormers seem to be back. They've got themselves right in the URC. That's a big result in the EPCR, and they need to continue to build. Now, when you think that Exeter lost to Toulouse 64-21, that puts the Sharks Toulouse result into a bit of perspective. It is a strong Sharks side, but it's an incredible Toulouse side who are looking to win the Champions Cup for a record number. I think it's 6th time. I think it's stupid. So this is the team to beat. So I don't think that's the worst result for the Sharks. They remain alive in the competition, which is the main thing. A couple of the big results in the weekend as well. Bordeaux hammering Exeter, who at the moment are kind of just there in the tournament. A very good result though. Munster beating Sarah 70-12. Lots of Saffers abroad, by the way, involved in a lot of these games. 100 Poland, for example, involved in Leicester beating Ulster. Stade Francais had a couple of South Africans, like JD van der Mesh, for example, when they beat Northampton. But Castray hammering the Bulls 49 points to 10 was the final nail in the coffin for Jake's White side. If we go and look at the table, which we'll look at a little bit, they needed to get it to points, and they're now winless and pointless after 3 games, and they would have needed at least 9 points after this weekend, if not 10 points, to go to the next round, which is not mathematically possible. So they are out of the running. But Leinster with a very close win over La Rochelle, very good result for them yesterday. Bristol continued to be very impressive, 35 points to 9 there. Bath also very good win to beat Clermont there. So this is in terms of the weekend. This is kind of the fixtures. So Bulls are taking on Stade Francais. They should win it, but it's another game for them, really. So I probably will beat. We'll play a very weekend side. Leinster versus Bath. That's the one you really want to keep an eye on because Bath's been fantastic in the Premiership. Leinster, one of the favourites for the tournament. Racing coming for the Stormers, who'll travel over. Then Sharks also going over to Bordeaux. In terms of what they need to do, now remember the top 4 sides go through. So at the moment, the Sharks need a point. That's all they need to go through to the next round. And not an easy game for them, but Bordeaux pretty much they are already qualified, so they don't need to play a strong side unless they want to really worry about that sort of home advantage. If we look at the Bulls at the moment, this is what I mean by the fact that 0 points. Stade Francais could overtake Castray with a bonus point win against the Bulls, so they might seem quite a strong team. Stormers at the moment sitting with 5 points, but Racing with 4, which means that the Stormers will need a result this weekend if they are to go through to the next round. Not going to be an easy game by any means. If we look at the Challenge Cup, Cheetahs, what a win it was. Absolutely phenomenal over here to get that win right towards the death against Zebra. Yes, probably a team that they would be beating, but remember, the Cheetahs are always having to kind of start again when it comes to their Challenge Cup matches. You expect opponent to be a bit more fluid this weekend, but giving themselves a chance. The Lions, despite sending a reasonably strong side, not getting the result. However, they'll expect to beat the Dragons this weekend. Leon hosting the Cheetahs. So if you look at the table over there, Cheetahs very much in the mix to go through to the next round if they can get a result. And you look at the Lions, you should be beating the Dragons, to be perfectly honest, and that should put them in the mix as well. So hopefully we might see 4 out of 5 sides progress. I think for me, 3 out of 5 is probably a safer bet. Could even be 2, could even be 0. None of them are completely guaranteed. So yeah, very, very interesting weekend to come. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. Smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.